What's with them?
What is up, chocolatiers? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're talking about The Sheep Detective starring Hugh Jackman. Now, this film is very interesting because, as you see online a lot, everybody hates everything. That's basically the truth at this point. We won't get into certain things like mixtape recently and just anything. If anything's going, if it's like fun and whimsical, hatred. And that's what I was seeing with this trailer. When they dropped this trailer, people were like, oh man, this looks really goofy, whatever, this and that. Then reviews started coming out, people were like, wait a minute, is this actually kind of peak? Let me take you back to Paddington 1 and 2. In particular, I love 3 too, but like 1 and 2 in particular, that little vibe, that's what you're getting here. So the plot is basically a bunch of sheep detectives. So you have Hugh Jackman, who is this shepherd, and he's like living like this really quiet town, nothing ever happens. They make a funny joke earlier on in the film where it's like, yeah, there's literally no murders, no crime. The head cop, who's really funny, leading the case, he's like, I wish there were murders because there's like literally nothing to do. Like he's the only cop, and that's crazy. And that's because nothing happens. And so, Hugh Jackman's character, like I said, it's very emphasized that some things have happened in his past, whether or not things that were good, things that were bad. But he's reaching out to his estranged daughter, who he's trying to find after 20 years of her just being gone out of his life. And he wants her to come visit him at this farm, or at least, where he has a sheep and stuff. And yeah, he ends up getting killed. And it's very sad. Thank God that we saw the trailers, so we already knew that was going to happen. But it is definitely more emotional than what I thought it was going to be. I just kept going in, going, oh no, he's going to die. Like when it hits, you're like, dang, he's like really connected to these sheep. The flock loves him, and it like really is emotional. This film, already out the gate, has a lot of charm and whimsy, and a lot of that comes from the sheep. And I was wondering how that was going to fully work because they are trying to solve his case. Because every night before they go to bed, he reads a story. He'll read some Agatha Christie, some stuff like that, right? Some Hercule Poirot. And while he's reading this stuff, they're like really vibing with these murder mystery stories. So a bunch of them, there's like a main group of them led by a sheep named Lily. And then a sheep that I'm pretty sure is voiced by Bryan Cranston. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure it is. They are investigating this case and trying to help that really idiotic cop solve it. You've also got some other talents coming in. You got Nicholas Galzatine, as I want to call him now, He-Man, is in the film. You got Molly Gordon as well. Love her and everything she's in, especially last year with Oh Hi. And this film, like I said, has so much charm. I'm going to go and tell you at the gate, usually there's some negatives. Film has no negatives for me. None. There's not going to be a section where I go, well, this could... No. The charm outweighs, I feel like, maybe one or two things you can nitpick, but even like that, the murder mystery itself actually has some pretty good twists. They have some pretty good twists, especially toward the end, where I'm like, I ain't even see that. Hey, you got me there. It's fun. The comedy is there, and on top of that, for it to be technically quote-unquote a kids movie, because like before this movie, Paw Patrol trailer showed up, and I said there's a new Paw Patrol movie, had no idea. Even when one of the trailers popped up, it said G. I said, there's a movie coming out in 2026 that's rated G for general audiences. Had no idea. None whatsoever. They did show a He-Man trailer at the end to cap it all off, and I said, and now I know why, because Nicholas is in this movie. But anyways, it's just so fun. Like they're doing stuff like, for example, there's like a scene like where they have to cross the road, and like they've never done that before. And the other sheep who's trying to like lead them there, he's like, come on, it's just a road, whatever. And like you have like a funny scene like where a chicken literally crosses the road, and like it's goofy humor like that, but it's fun. I feel like for kids and families, and I feel like you can take them, here to see this. And what's so funny is that this movie also deals with some dark stuff, but in a very playful way. Like for example, early on, clearly there is a death. They actually have conversations about that in this film, where, for example, all the sheeps except for one can pretty much do this thing where they go 1, 2, 3, or they count, I guess, backwards, so 3, 2, 1, and they just completely forget like whatever happened like the last hour or 10 minutes, whatever they want to forget. And this other one, he has like a disability where he's like, I can't forget. And because of that, you know, he's seen death. He's seen a lot of their flock be killed by a rival flock or by other shepherd that you'll see some stuff happen later on in the film. I don't want to spoil anything, but he remembers all this, like his parents. For example, like one character, Lily, she's like, oh, I don't really remember my parents and whatever because it was too hard for her to deal with, and so she did that. And so it's got a really beautiful message about, like, you know, kind of like loss and, like, you know, trying to forget instead of trying to remember the good times instead of that bad. And I was like, dude, this is deep. Out here watching the trailer, I said, yeah, I don't know about that one. Nah, bruh, let me put y'all on. This, like, even like that, like, there's so many times, like back to the death stuff, where they'll be like, okay, where do sheep go when they die? Like, the little kid sheep are like, what happens? And I'm like, oh, they turn like clouds or whatever. Like, the other sheep remember everything. He's like, I don't know about that one. And, like, it's funny, but also in a case where, like, a whole family can watch it. And what's so crazy is this too, like, even towards the end of the film, and I'm not going to spoil anything, I'm not going to say anything, but it deals with some darker things. There's some sad things happening. I said, stop. I said, quit playing with me like that. You start to feel for this flock. You start to, they feel like your family. It feels like we're at the garden, like the Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family. It feels like that. That whole time I said, is Vin Diesel about to pop out? Is he about to come out of a green screen? Because it felt like we were family. Molly Gordon trying to figure out what happened with her dad and stuff, and she's upset. She hasn't even seen the man but like the one time. And it's like, man, they've been writing back and forth. And you're like, dude, she just lost her dad. She lost her pops. And you're like, feel for you, sister. And it's such a wonder. It's a breath of fresh air. It really is. It's a movie where I feel like if people are hating on it, it's because you want to, right? It's one of those things where I feel like this is a movie that everybody can be like, hey, take your family to, take your grandma to. So, perfect release date. Mother's Day weekend. Perfect. And I just had such a fun time with this film. I think that the performances are great. I think that, you know, the action that you get as far as like the case and stuff like that, I think it's really good. I think the comedy lands. Not all of it does, but it lands for the most part. And even like that, the multiple messages, they even have other messages basically about discrimination. Let's just be honest what it is. And it was beautiful. They dealt with it right. For the people that are like, I don't want stuff in my face. It's not really. But it's just, you got to see it. It's just dealt with so well. So intricately well. Like, it's written so perfect. And it's just nice. It literally is like a Paddington, like, or something like that. Like, where you just watch that, you're just smiling the whole time. You're just having a good old time. And there's going to be some times you go, stop playing with me. But then you're right back to, you're like, oh, I got past it. It's good. It's really good. This is a really great film for me. I'm going to be honest. I initially was coming in this review going 9.5. Let's cut that out of here. I'm not going to BS you, and I'm not going to BS myself. This is a 10 for me. This is a 10. Yes, I see you. I see you doing this. I see you hitting the don't dislike. It is a 10. Go watch it yourself. Come back here and tell me. Come back here and tell me. And so with that, I need you guys to like and subscribe. And if you want to go the extra mile, like my Patreon producers that I want to also thank real quick for supporting the channel, then you can head on down to the Patreon link down in the description, or you can hit the YouTube join button. You'll get the same content both ways. It's just whichever app you want to use. If you want to be on here, cool. If you want to go over to Patreon, cool. I don't really care. Just do one. Do one, please. You'll get movie vlogs. You'll get out-of-theater reactions like with these videos today. And you'll get earlier uploads. And you'll get extra content like game reviews and stuff. We just posted one on Darwin's Paradox, one on Saros, and one, actually, it was an impressions and unboxing of the Invincible Versus Collector's Edition. We've got all kinds of gaming stuff over there if you are into that. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Go see this film. And with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
To leave home.
We're not scared.
What is that?
I think